Starting off with the rich side of Coachella, you got people like Sophie Rain spending well over $200,000 to go to Coachella without even blinking an eye.
If there's any brands out there that would like to take a micro-influencer to Coachella weekend 2, please, 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 please.
Have you heard about Coachella?
I don't want to hear nothing about Coachella. They're being so weird this year. Like, I didn't even get invited.
So today we're going to be taking a look at the absolute mess that is Coachella right now. We got the rich out-of-touch influencers everywhere, the many different ticket scams people are falling for, and the absurdly high prices of everything just to get a bit of content for social media, it seems. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's start off with just one of the examples of the plethora of influencers literally begging brands to take them to Coachella so they could show their products the entire time.
If there's any brands out there that would like to take a micro-influencer to Coachella weekend 2, please, 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 I'll do it. I've been to Coachella. I'm a pro. I went to Baychella. I was a guest there. I went the year before that. I'm a retired 365 party girl. I literally won't drink or smoke or do anything on that trip. I will just post the best content ever and promote the brand, and I'll have so much fun. And please, 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 I want to go. I want to go so bad.
How are you not embarrassed making this video? If you truly want to go this bad, then go buy a ticket. But they're not willing to pay for it. They want to go on someone else's dime, just to promote some products to their apparent small following, because they said themselves that they're a micro-influencer. And a comment from you guys sums this up very nicely. The problem with Coachella is the influencers. They made it a thing, so prices went up, and now it's for celebrities and influencers for brand events. They ruined it like everything else they touch. And like I said, there are a ton of different examples of people begging.
Do you know how out of touch with reality you have to be in order to cry online about not being invited to Coachella while people are struggling to pay for gas and groceries? Coachella is the biggest music festival in the month of April, and there's no shortage of influencers getting free passes to go there. Yet I never thought I would see the day where rich people got online to beg brands to send them to Coachella. These influencers, who literally make thousands of dollars a month, are trying to get on this app and cry and beg like it's Oliver Twist to try to get a free pass to Coachella. And the worst part is that if this actually does work and they actually do get free passes from these brands, these influencers are going to jump on their platforms and promote products that they don't believe in.
I will say though, regardless if they get invited to Coachella or not, they'll still be promoting products they don't believe in, because that's what being an influencer is now. And we could go over to the comment section. Coachella comes by every year, bro. It's not that deep. And the creator responds, these influencers need to read this comment. It's gonna come around in 2027 and 2028. Missing 1 year isn't the end of the world.
We need to talk about this. I have never seen so many creators openly asking brands to take them to Coachella. And I think it says a lot about where we are right now, because Coachella has kind of become the content Olympics for creators. Engagement is high and everything you post there perform. And being there with the brand has become a status symbol. And because of that, there's a lot of pressure. And it could start to feel like one of those moments when you're not there, you're missing out. So naturally, more creators are asking brands for more invites.
I don't know about you, but all of this just sounds insufferable. And we got another comment from you guys very similar. Coachella is like the Super Bowl. It's a rich people flex for people who don't like the entertainment, and the real fans get priced out. Because the resale prices we're seeing are absolutely absurd, and even though normal people are getting priced out, we still have clips like this with people willing to spend literally thousands of dollars just for the ticket alone.
I would just like everyone to know the official price for general admission to go to Coachella is $3,100 just for general admission. That's not VIP. When I tell you, I would probably, not even probably, I would 100% pay at least minimum $5,000 for general admission. You think I'm kidding? I'm literally not kidding. Like, if I wasn't in Michigan right now and I could just literally hop on a 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour flight to California, I totally would. I wouldn't even get there in time, and I wouldn't even be able to shop for an outfit in time and then get ready. Plus, finding a place to stay, I would sleep on the grass, to be so freaking honest with you guys.
And funny enough, you didn't hear anything in that video from the creator saying that I love such and such artist, they're gonna be there, I have to go. Their immediate thought is their outfit, what they're gonna wear, and the other prices that go along with it. You really can't make this kind of stuff up.
Once upon a time, I went very, very viral for calling influencers at Coachella very lazy. Let's talk about why Coachella brings out the absolute worst in people watching content and also in influence. Posted that video 2 years ago. I really didn't have any sort of social media following. I was staying at a hotel where I saw a bunch of influencers mistreating the people who worked on the corporate side of the brands and was just horrified by the behavior. From a consumer side, I think that Coachella brings out the absolute worst in people because we are seeing people get above and beyond, not just free things, but people getting paid to go to these festivals that people save up months, go into debt, aka Afterpay plans for. And then on the influencer side, you see people going, but what you don't see is that these influencers are incredibly stressed the entire weekend, because as big as you are, there's always someone getting treated better, and there's this sense of FOMO from an influencer side, not just from the people watching the video side. So the entire experience is one where people are feeling insecure, and this does not apply to weekend 2 at Coachella, but weekend 1 is basically just a giant series of people feeling like they aren't getting the best Coachella experience because frankly, someone is always going to get it better.
Yet again, nothing about the actual festival or the artists. It's just a bunch of people that want to feel like they're more famous than the other influencers around them. I want to be completely taken care of, have all the special amenities, and feel better than everybody else. I'm kind of at a loss for words already, but she did talk about it real quickly, a lot of the normal people not being able to afford this, so of course they're turning to the BNPL loans.
60% of Coachella GA attendees use a payment plan to afford going to Coachella in both 2025 and again in 2026. That is over 100,000 people needing a payment plan, aka a loan, to pay for a $650 ticket. Buy now, pay later platforms market themselves as an alternative to taking out a loan, when in reality they're very similar. First and foremost, you will get charged if you break up those payments and you don't meet those later payments at an incredibly high rate, what the small amount was. And 2, if you don't make your payments, buy now, pay later firms will fully sell your lost payment to a debt collections agency, and that debt collections agency will then impact your credit scores. And if you think you're special and you're never gonna miss a payment, the unfortunate news is that many credit scoring companies in the United States take the fact that you needed a BNPL for something small to be an indicator that you are not a reliable person to loan money to, and they will not give you a loan for something bigger, even if you made your payments on time. That was all coming out in last year, and a huge problem that these BNPL companies have to deal with right now.
And she said that was for $650 tickets. However, that was what the price initially was before it sold out. And now the resale tickets are absolutely insane. POV, you waited last minute to buy your Coachella ticket, and VIP general admission is $6,500. It looks like Ticketmaster. $8,800, $12,000, almost $18,000. And we could just move on to another comment from you guys. The original vision for Coachella was to provide indie music in a destination outside of the mainstream. Coachella has become exactly what it was running away from because it's extremely profitable. And for some reason, all the content made around it is extremely desirable for many people to watch, even though most of it basically sounds like this.
Get ready with me for Coachella while you broke losers watch from your sofas. By the way, this is my day 1 outfit. It's $2,500 from Balenciaga. And if your outfit is less than $1,000, don't even call it an outfit. That's a Shein ad. So I'm actually going with an artist pass, which means that I'm separated from the poverty-stricken individuals, for a lack of a better word. If you do see me out and about, please don't be afraid to say hi. However, I will be checking wristbands. If you're general admission, don't get too close to me, okay? Oh, also, I'm checking follower counts, and if you're under 300K, you're not getting a picture with me. See you guys out in the desert.
And we could just move over to the other side of the coin when it comes to all the influencers that are very mad that they didn't get invited to Coachella.
Have you heard about Coachella?
I don't want to hear nothing about Coachella. They're being so weird this year. Like, I didn't even get invited. I have 500,000 followers. That's why it's irrelevant this year.
But everybody's going.
No, they're not. I just find it really fun. Like, nobody's getting invited to Coachella.
Wait, this girl literally just got invited to Coachella.
Ah, she literally has lesser followers than me. How the hell is she getting into Coachella? She's irrelevant. I don't even care about Coachella. Like, I don't even listen to anybody in that lineup. Like, this is stupid.
Why don't you just buy a Coachella?
What? What did you just say?
Just buy one.
Buy what?
A ticket?
Girl, no. I have 500,000. I don't buy. I don't pay. I don't even buy groceries. Do you think Kylie Jenner buys?
And I think that's a pretty good transition into taking a look at the rich side of Coachella. POV, you spent $5,000 to wake up to this view at Coachella, the El Dorado camping site. And all of this just becomes a contest to see how much money you could spend online, showing off extravagant wealth, especially in this climate. I personally don't think is a great idea, but it keeps happening year after year. And just the contrast between the celebrities and influencers compared to normal people is unreal.
Everyone is starting to be less speechless after seeing the difference between the rich side of Coachella versus the poor side of Coachella. Starting off with the rich side of Coachella, you got people like Sophie Rain spending well over $200,000 to go to Coachella without even blinking an eye. Then you got influencers being invited to Coachella by many brands, staying in some really nice houses with all their expenses being paid for throughout the entire time they're there. And then finally, you have people like Kylie Jenner taking a private jet to Coachella, staying in the nicest house you probably have ever seen in your entire life. And of course, all of them get to stand front row for all the performances at Coachella. And then you got the poor side of Coachella, the people that were saving up money throughout the entire year, barely having enough to be able to go, sleeping in like the smallest tents ever while sweating 24/7, waiting in line for hours to take a shower, sometimes not even being able to take a shower because the showers at Coachella close at 7. Then, of course, eating warm food, drinking warm drinks, and sometimes even sleeping on the floor near the stage to try to get the best seats in the house before everyone else.
I just don't get why people want to do this in the first place. This looks awful. I mean, of course, unless you're incredibly wealthy, then it looks like a great time. When you pay $700 for powered car camping, but they run out of extension cords for the power station to reach your campsite. So I guess now you're just stuck even though you paid. Another clip line for the Coachella camp showers, day 0, 6:30 p.m. And I mean, it looks like it would take hours just for you to take a shower. You can't convince me that this is actually fun. I can't wait to never go to this in my life. I'm convinced Coachella is a social experiment. And another comment here, Coachella used to be about the music. How the F did it come to this? But now we can move on to the tons of people dealing with ticket scams.
Maybe it's just me, but the most fascinating part about Coachella right now is seeing how many people are getting scammed, what the scam was, how they got, how they're trying to get out of it. I'm like in it for the criminal investigation. The ones I heard so far is one girl, she actually is an influencer. She got invited by a brand. They sent her the tickets and then she got there and they were like, yeah, these tickets don't exist. These are totally fake. How would she have known? The second one I saw is this couple bought some tickets from a reseller. They got there, they got the camping site, they got all set up perfect. And then the people who actually sold it to them reported their tickets as stolen and took the tickets back. They got kicked out. And then the third one I saw is girls who claimed that they bought their tickets on the Coachella site. And the guy at the door was like, oh yeah, they can still be a scam if they're on the Coachella site. I think these people paid like in the $1,500 to $2,000 range because they were resellers. And I'm like, if I would have just lost $1,500 to $2,000 on a festival ticket that I know I'm not getting back and I'm there and I paid for everything else that goes with this, I feel so bad for them right now. But I mean, from an entertainment standpoint, damn.
Because as we're going to see in a second, the couple $1,000s you paid for the ticket is just a fraction of the overall cost for some people. Going over to the comment section, they could be a scam on the official website. The creator responds, right, I thought it was crazy. And I've seen video after video on TikTok. Coachella site scam. My Coachella resale tickets were a scam. I got scammed again at Coachella. And going over to that comment section, somebody asked what happened. We paid for the tickets and then they said the order number doesn't exist and it was fake. But now we could take a look at the absolute absurd prices of everything else that comes along with going.
Have you ever wondered how much it costs a normal person to go to Coachella? Let's do a little content creator transparency time. I don't know if anyone will be this honest with you, but I will, okay? I need a hotel, right? Because I can't stay in the desert. Hey, how much do you think a 3-night stay is at a hotel? Can we think? I know it's gonna be expensive. It's Coachella season, high traffic. I'm prepared, okay? I go to look up a hotel that I've stayed at before. 3 nights. What's your guess? What's your guess? Hi, $9,000. Do you got it? Pre-tax, yeah. Okay, what about La Quinta Inn, the little corner La Quinta Inn? Yeah, $6,000. Oh, yeah. And that's not counting your flight. That is not counting your food, your transportation, tickets to the festival. Granted, I am doing this live, but I thought it would be fun to kind of tell you that, yeah, it's probably gonna end up costing me like literally like $12,000 to $15,000 if I that is life-changing amounts of money.
Exactly. Is it really worth going? I don't think so. How are people affording Coachella? Basically debt unless you're super wealthy. Mind you, Coachella started as a low-price event to protest against high-cost events. And that comment had over 300,000 likes by itself. $9,000, I was thinking $1,500 max. It's an influencer event at this point. I feel like it should be illegal for hotels to increase their rates for local events. And we could even take this a step further with all of the issues that are happening with Airbnbs.
Coachella Airbnb owners are canceling pre-booked rentals to charge more to last-minute groups. This has happened to several of my friends who have booked places for thousands of dollars. This one, for example, $7,500, 3 months in advance for 4 nights. The owner canceled just last week, which is 2 weeks before the festival, by saying he sold the house. Then he relisted it for 2.5 times the price on Airbnb the next day. Same thing happened to another friend here with miraculously the same excuse for a completely different Airbnb that was again relisted after being canceled. Okay, Airbnb, let's go over their new options. Oh, here we go. Their options are a camp in someone's backyard for $2,000, no tent included, of course. Oh, wait, here you go. We can get a smaller house, 2 bedrooms for $22,000 for 3 days.
And funny enough, compared to the next clip, that's actually cheap.
If you were planning on going to Coachella this weekend, but you just don't have a place to stay, don't worry, there's a few more options available. For $43,000, you can stay at this condo in Palm Springs. This is what your room is going to look like for $43,000. Here's another option for $35,000. It's spacious, it's colorful, it's got a great vibe to it. Look at that walk-in tub. That tub can fit at least 3 people.
So yeah, you could either rent that Airbnb for a couple days or just go and buy a brand new Camry. And of course, as soon as you get into the festival, everything else is still expensive. The food, the merchandise. I have some clips up on screen of the Sabrina Carpenter merch booth along with the Justin Bieber one. A lot of plain hoodies being $90 to $100 pre-tax, along with the t-shirts being $50. And honestly, the Justin Bieber merch is even worse. Hats at $40 to $50, plain old shorts being $50, sweatshirts at $140. A $10 Gildan sweatshirt for $140. Is he insane? $140 for a gray sweatshirt with a print? Oh hell no. And I've also seen some videos like this when it comes to Justin Bieber's performance. Everyone leaving at Justin Bieber's Coachella performance. There were also some videos that it looked like he legitimately just pulled out his laptop on stage and started playing songs like he was a DJ. I would have been so mad if I spent so much money for him to just sit on the laptop and just play his old songs from there. And not just the old songs, about half of them, not even full songs. It was so bad. Did he pick a video on YouTube and then sing over the video? It's a YouTube searching set. His performance could have been emailed or a live stream. I mean, just absolutely unbelievable. But no matter how many different ridiculous examples we've seen today, it feels like there's always somebody willing to overpay for this kind of stuff.
I don't think you all understand how supply and demand works. So let me lay it down for you, because I'm an economics major. Not that I used that in any sense or form in what I do nowadays, but I learned supply and demand. And I know that if people continue to go to the festival and there's continuous demand for the festival, that they can charge whatever the they want. Because if you think that festival is too expensive, somebody else is lined up to get that ticket anyway, so they're gonna sell it.
Like I said before, I just don't know how people think that this is worth it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.